Okay, so this is what the whole main event was anyways, to show my sister how to do some long-lasting curls. And I prefer the wand for that. I went to bed with wet hair, and I have naturally curly hair with a keratin, so this is what that amounts to. So I was thinking on the way here about the video I just posted of the makeup and why am I in such a hurry? Because it's not like I don't have enough time to do my makeup, but I guess it's just not something that brings me joy. Because when I watch the videos of the influencers doing like 6 layers of stuff, I feel like, okay, but are you doing that every single day? And if you are, that's like a lot. And it's no wonder a lot of them have like acne situations because they're caking all that stuff on. So now that I'm all brushed out and lionly, I'm going to use Iron Shape from Redken today. Usually I use Hot Sets that has more hold. I do have fine, fairly thin hair. It just looks like a lot because it was dried wet and looks like cotton candy. So I kind of sprayed it on the bottom, spray it up a little bit, section out again, spray downwards, upwards, kind of all over. And it makes it feel kind of sticky-ish, but that's fine because once you put the heat to it, you'll be fine. So the best thing that I ever learned about the wand was to point it downwards. So I'm going to put the heat glove on because I'm always in a hurry for some reason, and this will make sure I don't burn myself. So since I have fine hair, I section about 3 different sections. However, you can clip it out of the way. Some people prefer ponytail. So the thing I learned is if you're going to curl this side, reach over your own head and point it downwards. So since I've been doing it for a while, I will probably still do this side by pointing it downwards. If you don't wear your glove, or if you're going too fast, you can get your forearm. So I would say switch hands and put your glove on this hand and point it downwards because it's just easier that way. You don't have to be ambidextrous to be able to do that. And then the other important thing, when I see people do their own hair, it drives me nuts that you kind of clamp a curling iron on the top and slide down and then wind it up, or do that with a wand. So the reason I like the wand better is you start up top on the wand and up top on your hair. I start like 1 or 2 inches from my scalp because I kind of like a wave, and then I keep 1 or 2 inches off on the ends. And this product will create a steam that looks like you're burning it. But you know the smell of burnt hair. If you don't smell that, you're fine. I was taught that hair needs to be heated to 400 degrees to change its shape. So for people that say, oh, I only put it on 200, but then they hold it there for like 30 seconds, that seems excessive to me. And my hair is in very good condition from using good conditioners, but I think most importantly, heat protectant, and doing it every time and going up to the heat I need, so I don't have to keep coming through and touching it up during the day, or if it was not pandemic time, getting home from work and needing to re-curl it. If I was going to go somewhere after work, it would still be fine. So there, I broke that piece up. So they're all gonna look like this right when you finish. And it takes hair about 10 minutes to cool to the core. So when people come in here and have me curl their hair for a wedding that isn't for like 3 more hours, I tell them don't even rake it out right away. And some people have little faith and they'll leave thinking this looks so stupid. What is she thinking? But you just have to wait. Be patient. So with the sides, for me, because I have thin hair, sometimes I'll take this curl and go forward. But today, just because most people will probably go backwards, that's what we'll do. I feel like when my hair is a certain length, if I curl it all backwards, I kind of end up with a mullet where all of the hair sits in the back. And sometimes when you're in a hurry, you take bigger sections, but by using a heat protectant and the glove, it's not that big of a deal. So I feel like my front area is always better to find than the back. Again, I'm trying to think of why I'm in such a hurry all the time. I think when I see the videos of people saying, here's my routine, and like displaying all of their makeup and stuff, I get a rushed feeling during that of like, I saw that this video is 35 minutes, but like, who does their makeup for 35 minutes? I mean, even if I was going to like a fancy Cinderella ball, I don't think I'd take 35 minutes to do my makeup. So I guess my style for my hair clients is I have a lot of moms that are on the go, women that work more than one job or work kind of crazy hours like nurses, So I kind of cater to the people that are like, come on, come on, come on, let's go. So the reason I'm kind of showing my way, which might have nothing to do with the real way, is for people that are in a hurry. Which we kind of all are in a hurry, even during the pandemic. We don't have anywhere we need to be, but we still have that general nagging thing in the back of our head of like, come on, come on, come on. So now I'm getting to the last bit on the top. If I wanted to make sure that I had good definition, I'd be taking skinny pieces. I've got a little bit of bang on this side, so you can include it in or skip it. And still we're about 2 inches away at the scalp, 2 inches away at the ends, and there you can see the steam. I was wondering when it was going to show. So this piece is going to look like a little tiny Shirley Temple curl when I pull it. That means I just went heavier handed. There we go. Heavier handed with the spray. And it's amazing how smooth it can get on this like big fuzz ball from just doing this. Oh, looks like I dropped some. Still starting at the base and moving all the way down. There's that steam, still safe. So this spray I'm using doesn't have as strong of a hold, which I don't really care about today because I really only need it to last like 6 good hours, and then if it's not great at the end of it, that'll be fine. I'm going to be doing a corrective color, so I'll be putting it in a ponytail. If I wanted to get like 8 to 12 hours, I would definitely be using the 22. So like I was saying on this side, since I've been doing it forever and for the sake of brevity of the video, because I'm in a hurry, I'm going to face it downwards and still start at the base and move down. But I would suggest if it's your first time using a wand or trying it this way where you just always point down, to switch your glove in your hand. Which with hair, when I ask people why do you style it the way you do as a hairdresser, people are in a hurry when doing their hair. The answer is always, oh, I don't have time for that. So I'm pulling my bangs out. I'm so pretty. So even if you were to take time to set this down and take your glove off, it's going to go quicker and last longer. Same with when you blow dry, to take smaller sections. People feel like just take this big section if it fits around the brush and it'll work. It will work, but it will be more polished and stay longer and less frizz. So this is how the final product is. And usually I would let that cool, but to show you, I will rake it out. So for my bangs, I'm going to clip them out of the way because it's hard to wear them down in a mask. So I guess both of these videos are about getting as much done as you can in a short amount of time, and like pandemic life, to still feel like you did something and still feel pretty and still feel nice. So for bangs, if I wasn't pinning them back, I would get them a little wet, but going backwards with a round brush and round brush and blow dryer is the best trick that I've learned. Give it a little spin. So I'm gonna let it sit there, which it still does work on dry hair. It's just that I went to bed with wet hair, so you saw how poofy it was. And then you pull it down, pull it to the side, right angle. Oh, today did turn out nice. So when I pin my bangs back, being as the 2000s was the time where you'd like make a little poof here and do it, I kind of twist it a little bit, push forward for a little bit of volume, and then it kind of almost looks like I curled it, and then I just stick the bobby pin in there. So the other important part, when you shake this out, you don't want to just comb it with your fingers. I scratch my scalp type deal, but with the pads of my fingers. Just kind of scratch a little bit, scratch, 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 scratch. I usually hairspray before that part, and then it's going to continue to fall. Just kind of scratch, 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 or just put your fingers in straight and just kind of shake your hand. So right away, right when it's done, you're going to think, yeah, that's a little much for day wear. If you ever do curl it and it still doesn't relax, a trick I learned was take your blow dryer on low but high heat and just kind of face it against the hair and hold it this way, and it'll just kind of relax down. So within 10 minutes, this part will be almost straight. The only reason I held it up high was to give it some volume. Yeah, it still a little warm. I'm gonna let it sit. So now you can kind of see the final look, and my makeup has set a little better. I am red because I was in a hurry again to get here and to get this done. So hopefully that will help a few people with a few different tricks. I feel bad that this is coming from a hairstylist because it's not hairstylist advice. This is person to person who wants to protect your hair, who wants you to get it done quick so that you can get it done at all, so that you feel nice and pretty and like you got something done. Because even with masks, just having your hair curled, even to just like walk into Walgreens, I feel better having a little something done. And right now we could all feel a little better. So hope that helped. Message me if you have any questions and book an appointment, where you can see the salon dog Tweet.